Close your eyes. 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 Speak from the heart.
I hope that got you pumped up because today I'm talking about the man, the myth, the legend, not this guy. I'm talking about Jiyan and whether or not he is the most broken unit in Wuthering Waves. So Jiyan is a arrow damage, broad blade wielding, attack and crit scaling hyper carry if I've ever seen one. His signature weapon, Verdant Summit, is absolutely broken, and it scales perfectly with him having both attack and crit damage. And since the weapon banner is guaranteed, I highly recommend trying to pull the Verdant Summit. This is his best in-slot weapon. So if you ran out of pulls or you're just not going to go after the Verdant Summit, you can try some of the 4-star options. The Autumn Trace is actually very good. You get attack and crit rate. You can also try the 5-star select banner and get the Lustrous Razor, double attack, but you do get the energy regen, which he really needs, as well as a little bit of liberation damage. Now, what is the best way to play Jiyan? Well, like the intro says, close your eyes. That's right, you're going to go ahead and drop your ultimate and spam auto attack and you're good to go. Now, all jokes aside, for a character who never really uses his basic attack, he has quite the combo set. Now, on the other hand, I would stay away from using his skill unless he has both resolve meters full, as you always want to keep one available for when he uses his Resonance Liberation. The reason for this is when Jiyan uses his ultimate, he'll pull from that resolve meter to do a tactical nuke on the enemies before he starts swirling them in his Dragon Dance. And I kid you not, this does a shit ton of damage. Now yes, the most efficient or the best way to play Jiyan is going to be to only use him when he has his ultimate and his resolve meter. That way he can come on the field, drop his nuke with his Emerald Storm Finale, and then start doing damage. Now I know some have said that he's brain dead to play, and to be honest, I disagree. There is some nuance to playing this character even when using his ultimate, dodging, countering, etc. It's not full cruise control. Now that being said, I know not everyone's going to have his best supports or a bunch of energy regen, so if you run out of his ultimate, I wanted to show that his basic and heavy attack still do a ton of damage. Now let's take a look at Jiyan's skill tree. If you notice the first node, I've invested a little bit in the early game to get his basic and heavy attacks up, but that's where it's going to stay for now. I plan on skipping the resonance skill for quite some time, as I find myself never using it outside of his ultimate. Now the same can be said about his Forte Circuit. I never want to run out of resolve. That 30 resolve is such a huge damage bonus when I bring out his Resonance Liberation and do the Emerald Storm Finale. And honestly, this is where you need to invest heavily. This is where 98% of Jiyan's damage comes from. Now you can upgrade his intro skill as well, but I want to bring it back and repeat myself. It's very important that you focus on leveling up his Resonance Liberation. Now for the early nodes, this one's actually pretty great. You get 10% attack increase for 15 seconds when he uses his intro skill. That's pretty solid. After that, I'd probably start going after some of the crit rate nodes that are in the middle section here, grabbing some of the attack nodes as well. It's part of his kit. You might as well grab them. And obviously, we all want to get to the point where we can get the 12% crit damage increase anytime he hits a target, because he's always hitting a target. So after that, just get the rest of the nodes in the tree, and that's the way that I would build Jiyan. Now, if you're going to be playing Jiyan or you're going to be building his echoes, you're going to have to get yourself acquainted with our good friend here, the Phalian Baringal, or that gorilla guy. Not only is he the boss you need to farm for Ascension materials, he's also Jiyan's best in-slot 4-cost echo. Now the best echo set for Jiyan is going to be the 5-piece Sierra Gale set. This is going to be arrow focused and perfect for him. Now if you're missing a little bit of energy regen, you can do a 2+2 with the Moonlit Cloud, but I would try to get that as a substat on your echoes instead. His best in slot 4 cost Echo is going to be the Filean Baringal, like I mentioned earlier. His Echo skill allows Jiyan to transform into him, do some damage, and then he also gets an arrow and heavy attack damage bonus. This also stacks with Mortefi, so it's going to do a ton of damage when Jiyan uses his ultimate. Now, for substats on your Echoes, I would try to look for crit damage, crit rate, resonance, liberation damage, energy regen, heavy attack damage, etc. For the main stats, you're going to want crit rate, crit damage, minor arrow damage, and trust me, my set is far from perfect, but I've got some pretty good rolls, and this is really carrying me right now through where I am in the game. At the end of the day, Jiyan can only get stronger the more you farm Echoes. So which characters should you run with Jiyan? I'm going to have to say Mortefi and of course Verena. These two are the absolute best character teammates for Jiyan. So why Mortefi? Well, he has a 38% heavy attack damage boost when he uses his outro skill. Now when Jiyan rotates in, he's going to use his Liberation Resonance, and that's considered heavy attack damage. So that boost directly translates to Jiyan's ultimate. Now with Verena, she's going to heal the next character rotating in, but what's really good is that she gives a 15% all-type damage bonus to the whole team, so you can go Verena, Mortefi, and then to Jiyan. Now let's say you haven't had any luck pulling for Mortefi. That's okay. I would then substitute in Yang Yang. Her outro skill is going to give you energy regen, and her ultimate is going to group all the enemies together so that Jiyan doesn't have to go chasing them all around. So let's say you haven't gotten Mortefi and Verena's on another team, you can always use Baiji. Now her effect is going to be similar, but she has to be moved up in rotation because the attack bonus only goes to the character that she heals. But again, Mortefi and Verena are definitely his go-to team. Now for you high spenders, you re-rollers, you lucky few among the many, let's go over his Resonance Chain. His first one's going to reduce the cost and allow you to use his skill twice. Not bad. The second one's going to guarantee that you always have Emerald Storm Finale, and you're also going to get a 28% attack increase. The third one's going to make him every bit more busted than he already is. Anytime Jiyan does anything, he's going to get a 16% crit rate and 32% crit damage increase. Because why not? His fourth is going to allow him to become Mortefi and have the same heavy attack bonus for your team members. And the fifth one is going to allow you to stack 45% more attack increase if you use this correctly. His sixth one is just what the literal... Honestly, I'm not exaggerating. Stacking 2 times, that's a 240% multiplier for his ultimate using the Emerald Storm Finale. Now, do you really need that? Now, after all that, what do you think about Jiyan? Is he perfect? No. I think his character design is spot on. His voice actor is amazing, and the kit they gave him works really well. And I have no regrets pulling for him at all. So on that note, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. I took all the feedback from the last guide and put it into this one. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, consider dropping a thumbs up. A like really helps the channel. Comment down below, are you pulling on Jiyan? Do you have him? Do you have Verdant Summit? Are you absolutely wrecking face? I want to know about it. And as always, please remember to subscribe. We're on that road to 1,000. We're gonna get there. You guys have been great. And again, thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.